everyone, thanks for joining our session today. I'm Yasmin Wilcox. I'm one of the customer success managers here at Tealium, and today I'm joined by Gareth Jones, who's the head of engagement marketing technology at Legal & General. Today we're going to share a bit of insight into how Legal & General is bringing together real-time data from Tealium with customer insights from Snowflake to help create that true customer 360. We're going to look at what that means for personalization, what it means for reducing churn, and also how it helps with driving lifetime value. And we'll dig in some of the lessons learned along the way. So let's get started. Thanks for joining us today, Gareth. I wondered if you could maybe start by giving us a high-level overview of Legal & General's customer 360 strategy. Specifically, what sort of role does data play in helping deliver those better customer experiences?
Thanks, Yaz. Thanks for the intro. It's great to be talking at this event. So, yeah, I think in terms of delivering great experiences for our customers at L&G, we have lots of challenges like many other organisations. We recognise that we need to connect to our customers better. I think for those of you who don't know L&G, so we're a UK-based but global financial services organisation. So we have 12.8 million customers in the UK, and to those customers we offer some of the most significant but most complex financial products that you will have, from life insurance through to pension savings, all the way through to the products that support your income in retirement. And in order for us to make sure that we're getting good outcomes for our organization and good outcomes for customers, we've got to make sure that we engage with customers based on their needs, that they understand their products, and that they are engaged with their long-term savings. And the engagement, the interactions that we have with customers are tend to be few and far between. So when we do have those interactions and we're offering customers those experiences, the insight is effectively like gold dust. And we've got some sort of significant barriers, or we've had some significant barriers to overcome to help deliver those. And that starts with fundamentally making sure that customers getting the most out of the products that they need, which requires us to be able to explain them clearly and to the right audiences, explain our products in the right way. Lots of our customer base have come to L&G via intermediary relationships or through other organisations. So lots of our customers haven't explicitly chosen to be our customers, which can cause sort of distance with understanding of the relationship they have with us as an organisation. And like any big old financial services institution, we're over 180 years old. We have systems and data and a significant legacy in those which cause problems around actually trying to piece together our understanding of who our customers are, what they need and when, how they're interacting with us, and using that information to drive out better experience. And so that's been fundamental to our strategy and what we need to do to unlock and use data more effectively to engage with our customers, which has formed part of our understanding of what we need to do in terms of a 360 view and how we've chosen technology to support us. And that obviously includes a very close relationship with both Snowflake and Tealium.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, thanks for giving us a bit of insight there. It's certainly some nuanced challenges around kind of your organization and the history and kind of all the different types of customer data that you're trying to work with. So I know we often hear Tealium and Snowflake being described as this sort of better together package, but could you walk us through how the integration works for Legal & General, and also just why it's such a powerful combination of helping you manage the customer data that you've kind of just explained?
Yeah, sure. So the mantra that we've always had at L&G for what makes up good customer experiences is the 3 A's. So activation is absolutely critical. We can't make shifts in customer experience unless we're actually delivering lots of different experiences to different groups of customers within channel. Demonstrating value and learning from those experiences is really important. Then analysis, making sure that we understand all the influence that we're having over customers' behavior, the outcomes that we are driving, but then also access to data so access to data to generate those experiences and to create that full feedback loop of analysis, all need to be in place for as a foundation to deliver all that you need to change customer experience. And effectively, Tealium and Snowflake play the fundamental role that we need to underpin those 3 A's. So I've had quite a long relationship with Snowflake as our base or analytical hub. So where we are building out our customer 360, where we are building access to data sets from all of our across all of our business, from lots of different customer experiences, different technologies, to actually make sure that we can understand who our customers are, what they need, and what experiences we should create for them, understanding the outcome of that. And then more recently, 4 years now, I think a relationship has been going on with Tealium on the other side of the coin. So that real sort of high velocity, enabling access to rich data in the moment when we need it to drive out those experiences, and making sure that these two tools and technologies are integrated to give us everything that we need. So Tealium is the point from which we have all those real-time signals and events and segmented audiences to deliver experiences that passes all of its information into Snowflake. So we use a Snowpipe integration to make sure that everything Tealium knows and everything Tealium activates for our customers is streamed into Snowflake, where we can kind of really understand what influence that we've had, the impact of the use cases that we've driven through Tealium, and then vice versa. So actually driving out the insight, creating predictive models, analysis, propensity scores from within Snowflake, and then passing those back out into Tealium as well. So actually, for the next use case, for the next experience, we can use more and more intelligence that we're able to derive through Snowflake. And so these two tools in combination form sort of the hub and spoke of how we actually in our area deliver most of our customer experiences.
Brilliant, great. And you kind of touched on it there, but the real importance of acting in the moment and engaging with people at the right time, depending on where they are in their journey. And I think that's one of the key advantages of a real-time CDP, is really that ability to act in the moment. I wondered if you could maybe share some specific examples of where Tealium's real-time data capabilities, combined with the Snowflake sort of lifetime customer data that you get access to, how it's sort of driven any tangible business outcomes that you've been able to.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a long list of use cases where we've been able to deliver in lots of channels for different types of customers, and you really be able to understand the impact from Snowflake. And my role is kind of as a product owner, so we need to demonstrate value for these tools working together. So we do that through delivery and implementation of real use cases that we can ascribe value to, and that we can promote to our stakeholders and promote to key teams and experienced teams to help us understand the overall groundswell of value that we create. So we picked out a couple of different of the most impactful use cases that we've delivered. First one you can see on the left was probably one of the most significant in terms of response, was where we were doing real-time call prioritization. So within our life insurance customer journey, a quote and apply journey, we were able to kind of understand granular behaviors that people were exhibiting in that journey, or the progress they were making, the question sets that they completed, and then apply our real-time customer segmentation. So an understanding of who they are and what they need. And when people were abandoning that journey, Tealium is able to package that information together and provide that in real time to our outbound call center. the reason that was significant is because Tealium had the insight in real time on what customers were doing, the pain point, friction point that they'd experienced, and their customer segment. Our call center agents were able to sort of optimize the time of day that they would call customers back. The script that they would talk to customers about would be tailored to their need and to the part of the journey that they dropped out on. And from moving to that real-time rich data view from a previously sort of slow one-size-fits-all journey led to a over 50% increase in quarterly conversion, which is probably one of the highest increases in conversion that we'd seen across any of our use cases. And so that's been significant. Similarly, within our digital journeys, again, being able to segment customer experiences and how we present complex product information has also been driven by Tealium as well. Again, based on some prior behaviors, based on some predicted customer segmentation. You can see here there was an example where we presented quote options differently to different segment groups. Also, again, led to a 15% increase in our online conversion rate. So real sort of significant commercial impact from quite simple use cases. Similarly, we've also used Tealium to activate data within our paid marketing space as well. So we have complex lifetime value calculations and predictive scores that we derive from Snowflake. And essentially what we do is we provide those to Tealium and we leverage those within our digital paid media platforms as well. So we can not just optimize paid activity to a one-size-fits-all average view of value for a standard conversion, but we can actually optimize marketing spend based on predictive view of who's going to be most valuable. We can also sort of pull back spend where we think it might become unprofitable as well, which has had a significant impact on overall return on ad spend. But one of the most important things is we run through lots and lots of different tests. Our calendar is full. The reason that one of the biggest benefits of having these two tools so tightly integrated with each other is that we are now able to cycle through the analysis of lots of different experiments more quickly than we were able to before. And the reason that is important is we can move through our different tests faster and faster and faster and deploy the ones that have a positive impact to the business, which means that overall our ability to create longer term commercial value for the business grows over time.
Brilliant. Really, really great results. And I think there's some areas there that will really resonate with different people watching this, definitely around call center optimization. That's a really key topic that we're seeing at the moment, where people are trying to improve that and achieve some of these results that you guys have realized. So really fantastic to see. I guess, as you've mentioned, this is just going to continue to evolve, and now that this integration's in place and it's kind of proven fruitful, it's about what's next and what's coming. So it'd be interesting to know sort of what your expectations are of how the data strategy is evolving at Legal & General, and then also from a partnership perspective with Tealium and Snowflake. What advice would you give to other organizations who are looking to build a similar real-time data strategy and get similar results?
Yeah, so I think we base our long-term vision on what we can learn through discrete and tangible use cases, the ones we just explained. So the principles of the role that Tealium and Snowflake can play together in producing that customer 360 and delivering those 3As have been done in discrete parts of our business for specific product areas for acquisition. Based on the learning, the value that we've created within certain areas with limited scope have taught us how we should roll it out. So our plan at the moment is that we are rolling out Tealium and Snowflake across our whole retail organization, which is a sort of significant undertaking, but we are effectively scaling the customer 360 across L&G, which is really exciting for us. And we're establishing Tealium and Snowflake at the heart of our strategic enterprise architecture. So there is lots more on the horizon, and it leads to a greater scope of customers and products, and also channels and use cases as well. And yeah, it's been a really exciting journey for us to date, essentially. And if I was to give maybe a couple of tips for people of how they could go on a similar journey, I think take learnings from the implementation. I think that the main thing is to start small, find the discrete use cases that are going to add value, because effectively being able to demonstrate the value of unlocking the power of data and analytics and that real-time event level data as well, and aligning stakeholders on the value of that has been really important to our overall journey. And demonstrating that as much as you can, I think, has been the one of the keys to our success.
Brilliant. Great. Well, thank you so much for taking us through that. Some really insightful information in there and some great results. So hopefully we can continue to build on that over the coming years. For anyone who is interested in finding out a little bit more around what L&G have achieved, or how the Tealium and Snowflake partnership works and how it's powering experiences like this, then feel free to reach out to any of the contact details there included on the screen at the moment. But thanks for joining us, Gareth.
Thank you. Thanks, Yaz.